What's up, everyone? I've got a decent amount to share today, and the long story short is that I tried to buy a $68 hat and I ended up with a $2,600 chair and I still didn't get my hat. So I'm going to try to blend some of the concepts that I really want to carry forward on this channel, which is the design and clothing that I'm interested in, coupled with the investing that I do. And I think they actually do go hand in hand in this case, because after I bought the chair, I made a couple of trades to pay for the chair. And in about a week and a half, I made about $1,500. And it's something that just kind of came naturally and intuitive to me at this stage of my investing career. So I'll actually get into specifically what those trades were and how I made them. But before I do that, I'm not wearing any interesting clothes right now, so let's correct that. The $68 hat that I tried to buy was a Supreme Emilio Pucci Hat, and it was one of those things where when it dropped, I actually wanted to get the spray paint cans. I managed to secure those, and then I was just looking at what else was available. I came across the Emilio Pucci hat in the pink beige colorway. Originally, I was really put off by it, but the more I looked at it, the more I really liked it. I tried to buy the hat, it was sold out. I started to scramble. You know, anything Supreme, you gotta make a decision in the instant if you want it or not. That's kind of how I ended up with this chair, but I ended up picking up the jacket and I haven't opened it yet. So it's right here. So I'm kind of curious to see how this turned out. So let's open it and then put it on and then continue this video. All right, there's the jacket, and this is actually kind of nice that it comes in a Ziploc bag as opposed to the cheaper just taped bags. That's pretty nice. Of course, everything I have generally has to have a hood. This one comes with a hood, so let's get that out. Pretty solid. All right, now I get to do one of the fun things that I like to do on this channel, which is jacket here, and 3, 2, jacket on. Of course, when I saw the jacket, I thought to myself, there are matching pants, and the window to buy the matching pants is going to be very short. So if I think I might want the matching pants, I should just buy the matching pants. And I looked up the lookbook for this drop, and I saw this picture that I'll overlay on the screen. And I thought, damn, those are some cool matching pants. Let's get the matching pants too. So I got the matching pants. And we're gonna do the same thing. 3, 2, all right, so now I got my whole new setup, looking fresh. I don't know when I will actually wear this in public. I will embarrass the crap out of my wife if I do, but this is a pretty, just luxury, posh, high fashion looking colorway compared to the blue or the black and gray. And I figured if you're gonna do something crazy like this, you have to get this pink, beige, just kind of soft toned colorway. So I bought this online and I did not get the hat, and I still wanted the hat. So the very next day, my wife and I went to Supreme San Francisco, which is not terribly far from us. It was already after release day, but the San Francisco location really doesn't get the kind of traffic that the LA location does. And they actually did have some items left over. In fact, they had this full getup left over Friday morning when we got there, but I had already purchased it online, so I didn't buy it again. Unfortunately, they did not have the hat. They had a hoodie that I ended up buying for my icy hot buddy, which was in the previous video I made. And I thought that was all we were gonna leave there with until I looked in a corner and I saw the Supreme Vitra Panton Chair. And it looked like it was a display piece for the store, but I thought to myself, this thing had just released a week prior and it was available for purchase. And it occurred to me that maybe I should ask if it's for sale. So when we were checking out, I asked the cashier, shout out to Connor at Supreme SF by the way, if the chair was for sale, and he said yes, and it was the last one. And much like my online purchase, I basically had to decide in an instant if I wanted the chair or not. And it was a $2,600 chair, but I was afforded the opportunity to get it at retail. And I ultimately made the call on the spot that I really liked the chair in person and I was gonna do it. As you can see, it's gonna be a mega upgrade from our other YouTube chair, Supreme footstool, which cost us maybe $150-ish. When I looked at this chair originally, I thought it was only a $400 chair that had somehow been marked up to $2,600, which really put me off to it, but in person, the lacquer and the acrylic, the finish, it really reminded me of the very modern bathtub we have at home. I'll show you a photo of that, which is made out of volcanic limestone. And these two pieces really kind of go well together. The aesthetic, it's just smooth lines, very unique sculpting. In person, I basically looked at it as functional art. And after we purchased it, I got to do some research and I realized there's a difference between the chair that they're selling now for $400 and the classic version, which is what the Supreme chair is based off on. And it's basically hand-built, hand-finished, and really a design classic, much like the Eames that I'm sitting in. This chair resides at the Museum of Modern Art, and I'm very excited to open it because I haven't seen it in over a week. It's been sitting in this box. I only got to see it in the store. Before I get into that, I do want to explain sort of what makes me okay with making off-the-cuff big purchases like this. And it ties directly into my investing ability. And I'll overlay this capture of the gains that I received at this options expiration, which was June 18th. And basically I sold puts, which is the right to sell shares, but I sold them. So it's basically the right for someone to sell me their shares out of the money, so at a price lower than what the actual price of the stock was, for two stocks, for Airbnb at 145 and for Fate, which is Fate Therapeutics, at 70, 75, and 80. Now, these stocks, in the time span that I had made these trades against, fluctuated from 145 to 153 for Airbnb, from maybe 75 to 90 for Fate. And it's one of those things where I've been doing this long enough that I can kind of pick numbers that I think with probably 90% certainty are unlikely to get hit. In the end, I put at risk approximately $97,500 that I potentially would have had to purchase of stock, and I made $1,512, which is a 1.55% return on the $97,500, except that's a 1.55% return in about a week and a half. And some of these trades were only open for about 4 days. So if I expand it all out to a week and a half, we're looking at a approximately 53% annual return on that money. So basically I was able to pay for $1,500 of this $2,600 chair by making a couple of trades sort of off the cuff around the time that I purchased this chair. This really wasn't hard, wasn't very significant compared to the other investing I do, but it is an example of the type of thing that I do. So if you would like to see or hear more of this type of content, please drop a comment below, like this video, let me know so that I know which way I should drive this channel. But now the fun part. Let's open this chair. Wow. I don't know what to say other than this is very cool, and the only downside to it is when you're sitting in it, you can't see how cool it is. The finish on this is just mad. And the angles are absolutely crazy. I'll get some close-ups with it later, but some of the details, it's got kind of an embossed Vitra Panton logo at the base here. A couple of ways you're supposed to be able to tell it's authentic is that it'll say Vitra on that side there, kind of stamped into the bottom. But I'm not sure what else there is to say other than this is a very, very, very badass chair. It is definitely a huge outlay at $2,600. I feel like if I'm patient, I could absolutely get my money back if I wanted it, but I think you'll be seeing us making more videos sitting out of this chair for some time going forward, because I don't think I'm gonna resell this. I think it is a keeper. So I'll throw in some B-roll, but that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate ya. It is hot as heck here, so I gotta get these long sleeve, long pants clothes off. We'll see you at the next one.